Good morning, good morning. It's Friday, November 17th. We're here in Cards and Culture. And this is Bets and Breaks, a show for calculated risk takers, gambling, sports cards, collectibles, brought to you by SeatGeek. If you guys are going to check out any games this weekend or in the future, if you guys don't have the app, download SeatGeek. Use my last name spelled Ranaudo. You get $20 off your first purchase, your tickets. It's a great app. They use it for concerts, tickets, all that kind of stuff. It's great. So I'm Anthony Ranaudo here with Joe Mitchell. We got some stuff for you. We're going to recap. We got hooked last night. We might make a segment called Hooked because two of our picks lost by the hook last night.
I think we have to make a segment 100%. Called Hooked.
I think there's a lot of people that share the pain that we feel from the hook, but also too there's winners that win by the hook. So that would be cool to share too when that happens for us. It never happens for me, but
yeah. And honestly, I think the way we need to go about that, we need to make Hooked as a segment and then keep a record of how many hook segments we do as a nod to Vegas because they're always winning or losing by the hook.
It is seriously so unbelievable. The over-under to me is the craziest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Especially for a basketball game. There's so many missed free throws. It's unbelievable that it comes down to 1 point.
We were debating about taking Evan McPherson for three field goals yesterday, and he missed one.
Yep.
He had two and missed his third.
Yep.
That is crazy.
It really is so unbelievable how close they are in so many of their things. And yeah, all right. But let's recap last night. We went 2-2. Our best line of the night was Chet Holmgren over 25.5 points, rebounds, and assists against Golden State. He finished with 25 on the dot. So we lost by the hook.
Hooked.
He missed a few free throws. He missed 2 threes. I mean, anything. Get an extra board. Maybe an assist. He passes. Somebody makes a shot. Something. It's so crazy. One hook. I mean, one goddamn point rebounder assist from being undefeated. Anyway, LSU Dayton. I don't want to celebrate this one. LSU lost, but I won the bet, so that's okay.
Yeah, and LSU was up 15 there too. So it was almost like you were paying for LSU to win. Is kind of what it felt like. And
what I told you, my strategy is sometimes with certain sports. Again, sometimes I'm like LSU's going to win this game. I can't bet against them. But if I'm a little questionable, I bet against LSU because it's win-win for me no matter what. Either my wallet's getting bigger or, LSU's going to do well. Baton Rouge is going to be happy. That's good for collectibles and sports and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, honestly, I never bet against LSU or the Saints. Yeah. I think we're going to win every game. but I do have I have friends who their mindset is every time LSU plays, they bet against them because they're like, yeah, I'll pay $20 to see LSU win. And if their bet hits, they're like, all right, cool, I'll cash out.
Exactly, that's it. Yeah. And that's kind of the mindset that I take for some games. And again, LSU basketball's on the rebuild right now. Heard Coach McMahon in the presser the other day, and they're just not a good team. I don't want to hate. They're just not a good team. A good team wins a game when they're up 15 with 6 minutes left. A good team does not lose that game. Yep. And a good team, they were. I don't know. You were going back and forth because you were working, but they were up 4 with 125 too. Yeah. That's unacceptable. You got to win that game. You got to win the game. So yeah, LSU lost, but I picked Dayton, so hit that one. I took OKC -3 against the beat up Warriors. I think they won by 15. It was not really close the whole game. And then Notre Dame and Auburn. We picked over 142.5. It ended at 142. I don't know what else to say. That's crazy. It's crazy. How'd yours do, Joe?
Hooked. Yeah, so I had a little parlay. I took every leg straight as well. Joe Burrow under 251.5 passing yards. That hit. Unfortunately, he did get hurt. That sucks to hit that way, but it did hit.
Part of it.
Yeah. And then Lamar Jackson over 42.5 rushing yards. That hit. He had 51.
Nice.
Bengals over 21.5 total points. I don't know if you watched the game or not. They had 20. They had 20 points and missed a field goal. So that kills me. Not quite hooked, where I was 1.5 off, but that hurts. So yeah, missed the parlay, missed Bengals over 21.5 total points, but hit Joe and Lamar. So 2 for 2, or 2 and 2 last night.
So I told you I was going to tail you. I didn't tail it because I was weird about. I get weird about so the 21.5 for me for football is weird. I like staying under 20 or getting the hook at 20.5 to go over at 21.
I would have loved to get 20.5. Yeah. I would have loved to get that, but that just wasn't available.
It wasn't available? Okay.
Yeah, 21.5 was the best I could get. And I still felt good about it. And look, even if I did take 20.5, I would have just gotten hooked. So.
Yeah, exactly. So the reason I say that is I made a parlay of So I kind of took Lamar rushing. I took rushing and passing together, and then parlayed it with Bengals over 19.5. So I hit that one. I took them both individually. I took your Bengals over 21.5 too, so I missed that one. But I took Lamar over, hit that one, and I didn't take the Joe because I'm like I don't. I told you I hate taking unders. Like I'm just when I'm watching I wasn't watching last night's game because I went to Jonah's dad's Hall of Fame induction. But when I'm watching, I hate cheering against the guys that I like and stuff. Not that I'm cheering against, but
yeah.
When you want your bet to hit. Our lottery ticket did not hit because Mark Andrews. Actually, I'm kind of curious to see if did Logan Wilson get all his tackles? Let's see.
How many did you have?
4. 5.
My mic was off when I said that. How many did you tackle him for?
I had him for 5. The last time I looked, he only had like 1 or 2, so I don't know if he hit that one. Let's see. Oh, I was like, I didn't see. Oh, no, Irv Smith did not either. Everybody else did. Yep. Logan Wilson, Joe Mixon, Justin Tucker, they covered. Irv Smith Jr. did not have 2 receptions. Damn. I thought he would have got it maybe on that last drive when they were passing a lot. But that would have been crazy if Mark Andrews was the only one that did not hit, and he caught 2 on the first drive, but he hurt his ankle and he's going to be out for the season. So
that was scary, by the way.
I didn't see it. It was bad.
Yeah, you didn't get to see even the announcers. Everybody he just kind of he got tackled. It looked like a routine tackle, but he got rolled up, and then he immediately grabbed his helmet and was like moving his fingers like this.
Oh, yeah, you did say that he wasn't.
Yeah, but his legs weren't moving. Like even the announcers, they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna cut to a commercial break here," and then they came back. They said whenever they came back, the first shot was him walking off the field. So we were like, "Oh, okay, awesome,
good.
perfect."
Yeah.
But it looked really scary.
Not good. Yeah. Yeah. Well. Yeah, hopefully Mark Andrews is going to be okay. And they said that it's probably likely a season-ending ankle injury, which hurts for him. He was having a great year. Kind of is he a new dude? Has he been around for a while?
Yeah, he's been around a minute.
Yeah, he was having a great year, though. I mean, I was betting, or at least I was betting on him a lot for receptions and stuff. So, all right, we'll bounce back with our lottery picks and our picks later today. But again, we're not doing bad overall. We are. I'm 7-4. Joe's 4-5, and the Bets and Break show is 3-2. But Joe's 10-second runoff picks are going to be in tonight. I'm excited for that. He always puts a lot of work into that. If you guys aren't following the 10-second runoff, make sure you guys go do that. It's a great college football show. Joe breaks down stuff for about an hour. He has guests on, and they literally break down everything with college football. So, and then they make picks at the end of the show too. So make sure you guys check that out. Current events. Let's get into it today. If you guys are in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, if you guys are interested in free margaritas, come on over to Modesto, which is over off of Burbank, right across the street from Alex Box Stadium. If you guys didn't know, I played baseball here at LSU, and so it is it's their annual Purple and Gold World Series, which is their fall World Series after fall practice and everything. So Abby Alonso, our sports reporter with Culture Media, is going to be doing a little segment over there. I'm going to jump on there. We're going to talk college baseball a little bit. We're going to have David Folse come in, who is a college baseball analyst, specializes in recruiting and knows everything there is to know about the new Tigers. So we're going to give a little preview of the LSU baseball team. And like I said, we're going to do a little happy hour margaritas. We're going to pregame a little bit, and then we're going to go watch the game. So if you guys are in town, please join us over at Modesto. We're going to be on the green. We're going to have margaritas, the jalapeno margaritas. Those are my favorite. So we got a little bit of those out there. You guys can taste them and try them out. Modesto's a great spot. So we'll be out there today. In breaking news, we talk and card breaking news. We talk about the MLB debut patches. We talked about the first one being pulled. That was Drew Maggi the other day. But we had our first sale on eBay, and I think do we have it up here, Joe?
Yeah, which one is it?
It's the slab stocks, the $2,000 sale one, the graphic. Not an eBay sale, but yeah, there we go. So that's the first sale. Slab Stocks reported this yesterday that they noticed that the first MLB patch was sold on eBay for $2,000. This dude was traded and sent down to the minor leagues after his debut. So something tells me this $2,000 is a little expensive, but who knows? Maybe he bought it. I don't know. We don't know who bought it, but they paid $2,000 for it. They took the offer that was on there, so it does make me feel like it's maybe him or his family or somebody, that saw it out there, which would be pretty cool. But I think most collectors would realize that that's probably not a $2,000 card right now.
Could that just be a market play? Like for whoever buys it, whoever bought that card first, if that's the first debut card and it's set at $2,000 for a guy who went down to the minors immediately, maybe the next card that's a bigger name has to sell for $4,000. You know what I mean?
No, I love that perspective. What if like Topps or Fanatics did that and they just bought it right away and they're
Yeah.
like, we're gonna set the market at $2,000. That's actually really that's a great point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the market right now. Interesting. Again, I think it's a little high. We were talking about it in the shop with Jonah, our card specialist. I think that's a little high for that guy and his market. But again, it's the first time we've seen these patches, and I think they're an incredible piece. So again, collectibles are, and the value is all subjective to who's paying and what somebody's willing to pay. So if somebody wants to collect every single MLB debut patch and they have the budget for it, go for it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's really cool. In other news, MLB announced their MVPs yesterday. Congratulations to Shohei Ohtani, the first player to be unanimously voted MVP for more than once. He did that yesterday. And I think he was the first player to have an over 10 WAR with the least amount of games played, 135 games or less, which is pretty wild. He's a stud. I got him right here. I got my little Funko Pop of Shohei right here. But Ronald Acuna Jr. for the Braves. He had the first person ever to do a 40-70 season. And I bring that up because Topps did something really cool last year, and they're doing it again this year. It's called the MVP buyback program. So if you have any Shohei Ohtani or Ronald Acuna cards from Topps Chrome, this year's product, or Topps Chrome Update Series, you'll be able to redeem that at your local hobby shop, so your local card shop. You guys can come in here. If you guys have Shohei Ohtani cards, the base card is $20 store credit. The refractor is $40, and then numbered ones, I think, there's different, depending on what they're numbered to and what the refractor is, there's a little bit more value in those, I think up to $200. So make sure you guys go through your collection. Again, I think it's great by the way that Topps is doing this kind of stuff. They're incentivizing collecting again. They're creating ways for people to collect cards. When that product came out, you're looking for base Ronald Acuna cards. You're assuming he's going to win the MVP. And you're stashing them for store credit. I think they're just doing a good job getting people in that collecting mindset again. I think it's great for the hobby. We participate in it. So if anybody has any of those cards, come see us. We'll give you guys some store credit. And it really is a great program. I think you got those pictures. Not too many new releases this week, but Topps did something interesting. I haven't seen this product yet, and as a card shop owner and a direct buyer from them, we don't have access to this. This is an online-only product, so you guys can go to topps.com. I'm going to read a little bit about it in their caption. They put it in there, but Joe, can you pull that up for me? This is Topps Black and White. It's a product, again, available only on their website. It released yesterday. They're sexy little cards too. Like, they look really good. And obviously, I mean, let's call a spade a spade. They're black and white cards. Their caption said, "Topps Black and White baseball is back. Look for brand new ultra rare golden hour inserts. All 10 golden hour cards are out of 50 and feature gold foil accents." So you can see that one right there, the Adley Rushman. I'm assuming that's the golden hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would imagine, right? So those are numbered out of 50. We love the gold cards here at Cards and Culture, so I'm excited for that. And then you show them the next one. They have a bunch of different parallels in the set. So out of 99, out of 75, out of 49, out of 25, out of 10, out of 5, and then the black and white product, the full color is the one of one. So I think it's kind of cool. Usually the black and white ones are the refractors, or the sepia are the ones that are the inserts in the normal card set. So this is kind of a little bit of a reverse. And you can see, I don't know if I put the full color one in there. Mm-mm. Oh, I didn't. Oh, okay. No, that's it. I think the one on the right, I think that's the full color. That's the second Corey Seager one, right? Yeah. Yeah, so that's cool. And it's available only on Topps.com while supplies last. So that released yesterday. If you guys are interested in that, it is available now. Really no gambling news except I put in there again, we lost by the hook. So Joe and I were talking about maybe making a segment called Hooked where we have people send in their slips. I think that would be really cool. Again, losing or winning by the hook, and show people like how close Vegas really is. And we'll keep track of it because it's nuts. All right. On to the hobby hits. Nothing crazy. Again, we had the show yesterday, so we showed you guys 5 from around the hobby. But late last night, I noticed that Mama Breaks. I love her channel. She kind of just gave us a little update on the hits that they have had at their shop, while they're breaking and stuff. So make sure you guys go check out her Instagram. You can't mistake it. It's called Mama Breaks. She did a 10 swipe over, but I only put one of them in here because I want you guys to go check out her page and maybe follow her and give her a follow and jump in some of her breaks. But I think the Brett Beatty one of one here, it looks like the alternate or the variation picture, but super refractor, gold vinyl pulled. That was her first one on the swipe over, but she had a Corbin Carroll auto. She had a Riley Green celebration out of gold, Kodai Senga gold foil. Again, just really cool cards. Go check them out. Topps Update has been a great product, and Mama Breaks does a great job in the hobby. Leighton Sports Cards, we talked about them a bunch. They seem like they're just on a hot streak. I don't know if they just break 24/7 or what, but they get a ton of hits, and they pulled a badass card from National Treasures. We talked about that product releasing earlier this week. It's kind of the gold standard in basketball. There's my phone again. Never forget to turn it off, or always forget to turn it off. Whatever. But this is really cool. We're gonna do our collectible catch-up on Steph. 1/1 cards.
You want to run that, Leighton?
Yeah, but we're going to show you the video of this sexy 1/1 from Leighton Sports Cards.
1/1, Steph Curry!
Dude.
Oh my goodness! Congrats, Oren, with the Warriors. Unbelievable!
Yeah. Is my audio on when the video is going? So can they hear my commentary?
Yeah, I didn't even play the audio, so you.
Oh,
so
perfect.
you
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I just never know if it's playing. Yeah, no, that's a sexy card. Again, Steph Curry, the best shooter of our generation, maybe the best shooter we've ever seen all time, right? Historically, statistically, he definitely is, but everybody likes to debate different things. And so 1/1s, anytime you get a 1/1 Steph Curry and from National Treasures, I mean, that thing is valuable. So National Treasures box probably costs $2,500 to $5,000. I don't know the exact market of it right now. So that's a pretty good gamble, especially if you just got a team break and you got the Warriors, because the way that they announced it, they were like, congratulations to so-and-so who had the Warriors. So you probably just bought a team in that break, and you probably bought that team for $200 to $500 maybe. So congratulations to that person. And we're actually going to show you the highest 3 sales of a Steph Curry 1/1 card off of eBay. This top one, Jonah and I in the shop here were talking about. We were trying to decide what we felt about this card and why it was so high. So this is a BGS 8, not a great grade, but again, it's a 1/1, so the grade doesn't matter as much. It's in a holder, and that's really all that matters. But this is a cool one because it's from Panini 1-in-1. So I don't know if you remember that product, Joe, but it's literally one card. So you just get one card from Panini, and the case hit is the timeless moments. And if you get, obviously, a pretty iconic moment, then the card's even more valuable. So this card was taken on December 14th when Steph broke the all-time three-point shooting record. So this is a 1/1, Steph, in probably one of the most iconic moments of all time. And it went for $33,333. That's a nice ROI. The next highest sold for $20,000. That's a National Treasure. So it's the same product. Maybe, I can't see the year. Was it 2020, 2021? The second one? Okay. But yeah, so it's National Treasures, the exact same product that Leighton pulled that out of, and it sold for 20 grand. So I don't know what this market on this Steph card is, but the next and the third highest sold for 7,600, something around there. So again, great market value for Steph Curry, best shooter of our generation, maybe the best shooter of all time. 1/1 autos, always going to have a nice market value. Always like to show, how high some of those can go. It's pretty wild. All right, let's get into our betting picks for the night, because we got to wrap up here. We got a couple shows at our shop. If you guys are not following Valley Vision, please do it. Abby Alonso has a LSU sports show that she's about to start here in the next 30 minutes. And if you guys are not following Mic'd Up, that's Mikey Matuk. He used to play LSU baseball, professional baseball player. Him and Jared Mitchell have a sports radio show, and they also host that from Cards and Culture here. So if you guys are not following both those shows, make sure you do it. It's great content. And they always have the shop in the background, so it's like you guys are hanging out with us. All right, on to our betting picks. Best line of the night. Joe, I didn't consult with you on this one.
Okay.
But I don't know why. ESPN, I was telling you this earlier, ESPN bet has Philadelphia at +1.5, and DraftKings has them at -1. They're playing at Atlanta, and Atlanta does not match up with Philadelphia. Now, Tyrese Maxey also wasn't in the player props, so maybe they know something, but he wasn't on the injury report. Joel Embiid was on the injury report, but you could bet on his stats. So yeah. I don't know what's going on. Maybe they know something we don't know. Either way, I still like Philadelphia +1.5, even if they're not playing against Atlanta. So
yeah,
I know
especially if there's another sports book laying their money with Philly -1.5, then I'm gonna take +1.
100%. So that's why I was like, I'm grabbing that at -120. So ESPN bet has Philadelphia +1.5 right now at -120. Again, it might change when the lineups come out. It's one of the tough things about making picks at 11 o'clock in the morning for us is the injury report has game time decision, and game time decision happens at 5, So again, these picks are with the assumption that certain players are playing and that kind of stuff. And I'm assuming Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey are going to play. And if they do, 1.5 needs to be taken. My next ones on DraftKings, you can get Orlando +2. I think. Oh man, I forget who they're playing. I just had a mental block on who they're playing. Let me check it really quick. Sorry, guys. They're playing the Bulls. The Bulls are abysmal right now. They are playing the Bulls at home, so obviously whenever you're playing in Chicago against the Bulls, there's a little energy there. But DeMar DeRozan's a game-tied decision. He didn't play last game, so something tells me he will play tonight. But the Bulls are a mess right now. They're 4-8. I like Orlando. They're young. They have a deep bench. So, and I think Paulo Banchero is starting to get hot right now. He's been playing really well. And they're mixing up their rotation really well. Jalen Suggs is starting, coming off the bench, different things. Mo Wagner is getting more minutes. So I like Orlando in getting 2 points in this one. My next one is Denver minus 5.5 at New Orleans tonight. New Orleans is a little banged up. CJ McCollum's out. Herb Jones is just coming off of an injury. He did play really well last game, though. Jamal Murray's out for the Nuggets, but Joker is just doing his thing, and I just think that the Nuggets are just too deep right now. They're coming off their championship run. They have a lot of good energy. I just like them. I think they're deeper than the Pelicans, even though the Pelicans play well at home. So I do like Denver minus 5.5, though, so I'm rolling with that one. And my last pick is Joel Embiid over 48.5 points, rebounds, and assists. This dude just in MVP form. He's on a mission. He's just the guy right now, and I've been taking his points, rebounds, and assists every game. It's minus 120. I like that bet. I'm taking it all day, every day. So that's where we're at. Those are my top 3 for tonight.
Love that. Mine, I have college football this weekend.
Let's get it.
So what we rolled with on the 10-second runoff, we put these lines out Wednesday night, but I'm using them because they're heading into the weekend. So I'm going to take an alternate spread parlay. Number 19, Notre Dame, minus 14.5 versus Wake Forest. Wake Forest has just been atrocious this year. This isn't Sam Hartman's Wake Forest from last year.
So Sam Hartman's going back to Wake Forest?
No. He plays for Notre Dame now.
Yeah.
He's going back to Wake Forest to play. Yes. So this line's the odds here are minus 390. That's gimme.
Should be, yeah. It should happen.
Yeah. And then number 6, Oregon, minus 12.5 at Arizona State. Again, minus 390 odds here. Oregon is their only loss right now is to Washington. They have an opportunity to go to the Pac-12 championship, avenge that loss to Washington, and find their way into the playoff potentially. Yep. And then number 1, Georgia, minus 3.5 at Tennessee. Funny enough, these are the shortest odds. This is minus 310. Georgia's coming off a big win against Ole Miss. Tennessee just got drugged by Missouri. So I feel good about this. Tennessee's down Brew McCoy. Georgia's got their team's fully healthy now. Dejan Edwards is going to run the ball all over Tennessee, same way Corey Schrader did last week for Missouri. So altogether, it gets you total plus 108, even money.
I like it.
Probably going to throw something on that.
Yeah, I like it. You don't get nervous about the team that doesn't have anything to lose versus a team that has everything to lose?
Tennessee?
Yeah, Tennessee or Georgia? Yeah.
No, it's still an SEC East. It's still an SEC East rivalry. And I think Georgia is more concerned with look, they have no games to lose at this point because they're already clinched for the SEC championship. It's going to be Georgia and Alabama, but Alabama's a one-loss team. So if Alabama beats Georgia in the SEC championship, Georgia can't afford to have another loss if they're still going to be in the mix.
Right.
So I don't believe Georgia's a team with nothing to lose. Just because they clinched the SEC championship doesn't mean they're in the playoff.
That's a good point. That was a good point. I always like to throw little wrinkles in there. I like your picks. I'm going with it, but Mikey made a good point in here yesterday, and I was like, thanks for planting that seed. All right, lottery pick. It doesn't sound crazy. It's just obviously 4 things have to happen, but I'm taking a same-game parlay, Embiid 30-plus, Tobias Harris 18-plus points, combined with Jason Tatum 30-plus points. He hasn't had a 30-point game in a minute. His over-under today is 27.5, which is a little low for him. But like I said, he hasn't had a 30-point game in a minute, so I just feel like it might be time. Friday night, tournament play-in game. The only thing that scares me is they're a 9.5-point favorite. So they might be up 15-20 in the fourth quarter, and he might not play as much. So I like him for 30-plus. And then Zach LaVine, 25-plus. There's really not too much going on in Chicago. And if DeMar DeRozan doesn't play, LaVine's going to have the ball. There's been a lot of rumors about LaVine being traded, so I feel like he's looking to ball out so he looks good, to teams, and he can get out of Chicago if he really isn't happy there, but that's what the media has reported. So I'm throwing LaVine in there for 25-plus. It gets us to plus 976, so it's not quite 1,000, but I'm going with it. I like it. Maybe the little bit under 1,000 is going to give us our hit today. I'm throwing $10 on it to win 97, and we'll see what we get.
Yeah. One more thing here that I want to throw in for my picks. I don't know if I want to include it in the bets and breaks pick because this one it's pretty much even money. But Oregon State's favored over Washington right now. Washington's undefeated. Oregon State's a 2-loss team, but they have only one loss in the. Oregon State has 2 losses in the Pac-12. I think they're a better team. Like if I was power rating teams, I'd power rate Oregon State over Washington, and they have an opportunity to fight their way into the Pac-12 championship in the next 2 weeks. So I think I'm going to roll with Oregon State this weekend.
Really? All
Yeah, I
right.
think so.
Well, I kind of want to put it on there. I like that. That's a good. I like it. All right, we'll recap on Monday about it and see how it goes. But yeah, guys, if you guys are in Baton Rouge today, sorry, I was gonna say this weekend, but today, come over to Modesto. We're gonna be setting up at 2:30. We're starting at 3. Abby and I will be over there. Joe's gonna be there. Hopefully, everybody will come over after. We got the Purple and Gold World Series starting at 4. Yeah, guys, enjoy your weekend. Be safe. Hopefully, the bets hit. We will see you guys on Monday.